Yeah.
So what happened?
If you want to do some sit-ups, you know what I read today? Muhammad Ali said he wouldn't count sit-ups until he felt
the burn,
and then he would start counting.
That's amazing.
Isn't that great?
That's amazing.
That's my new thing.
How many sit-ups would you say, like when you're in, you're in the final coming weeks in top form? How many sit-ups do you do in a session?
Similar thing. You're not really counting them. You're just kind of doing them. But you're looking about 500-600 a day.
500-600 a day?
Yeah.
I don't think Mitch and I combined have done 500-600 sit-ups in a week.
I don't think I bend over that much during the week. Ever since I bought this shoehorn, I never bend over anymore. Ever.
That's amazing.
I do kind of a cracking, like a little over, and that's it.
So what happened with your car today?
Oh, buddy. So, Alex, you're going to like this stuff.
Because he comes and picks me up, thank you, but he comes in this sweet 19, I don't know, what is that, 88 Volvo?
Easily.
Nice.
Beautiful.
It's older than both of us. Wow, older than you.
Relax, Mitch. Don't put me in the same category.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, somebody cut my brakes, or apparently, allegedly. It looks like somebody cut my brakes. So until I find out what exactly is going on, we're under investigation. The police don't want me talking about it. But I feel like somebody's after me, Alex, and it's a good thing you're here. We're going to talk business after.
Yeah, because we might
need some protection.
We might need you to maybe go in and...
Rocky style. Come in, guys. I'll do it.
I like this. Well, welcome to podcast number 19.
And welcome back, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank God.
Jeff, for a while there, we thought you did nothing. And now we feel even shittier for not giving you the golden loofah.
Yeah, you know what? I was pushing for him to win it. So
get out of here, Mitch. Don't even start.
You know what? Don't worry. You're gonna get 2 next year. The way he needs 2 at least minimum.
So we heard a third voice. Listeners out there, we got a third voice in here. We got a very special guest, and I'm gonna get you. I want you to introduce yourself, and then I think I want to introduce you after.
No problem. My name is Alex Torres Rynn. I'm originally from Veracruz, Mexico. Undefeated as a professional boxer. I represented Canada all over the world as an amateur boxer. 4-time amateur champion. World Championships, Commonwealth Games, Continental Championships. I've been to everything. Fought some of the best fighters in the world. Cubans, Russians, you name them. And now I'm here, like I said, undefeated, ready for my next challenge, which is in Philadelphia at the Farks Casino against unbeaten silver medalist John Joe Navin of Ireland, and it's gonna be a terrific fight. And I'm excited. I'm ready. And
you look ready.
Yeah, it's a true fight. Like you have fights that are just like this could be a good one. No, this one there's no doubt about it. Just the styles match really well. And
well, we can't wait to get into it, man.
I literally got a little bit of shivers. I'm not joking you. I don't know why. I didn't know the full intro until now.
You need a video montage like with music. Okay, now this is because you might want to bring me along for this because I've been practicing. How would you feel if I was the ring announcer for you? Just special guest if I could come in, and I'd be like this, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing first, fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, representing Mexican pride from around the world. He is an undefeated boxer with a professional record of 6 wins, 0 losses, 3 resulting in knockout. The lightweight, undisputed, undefeated Canadian champion, Alex Azteca de Oro Torres.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I love it.
That's not bad.
Beautiful.
I've been waiting for this moment. I've been practicing a week. Did it come out all right?
That was beautiful.
Actually better than I expected.
Beautiful.
I didn't know where this was heading, and that was good.
That's beautiful. Well, Alex, welcome. We're going to get into that stuff a little bit later on, about the fight, and you're going to educate the locker room as well about
sure.
just
Absolutely.
the boxing scene. So we're grateful
we have
and
many
welcome.
Many questions for you. Absolutely, we're pumped. You know what? This is the the Valentine's special. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So
absolutely.
Right away, the way I look at it is, guys, if you forgot to get your girl something, put this on in the background tomorrow. Run to the local liquor store, get a little bottle of wine, some flowers, put us on in the back.
Yeah.
Get your girl to imagine. Get your girl to imagine Alex, right?
Yeah.
Listen to our voice, and it's go time. It's a guaranteed action night.
Alex's body, our voices.
There you go.
Boom. There you go.
Done.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh man, this show is just setting up to be something great.
This is big. So, tell us about the macro media. What do we got
absolutely.
here?
And Jeff, cue the music. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Jeff. Because right now we're bringing to you the Macromind Media metrics of the week. As you know, Macromind Media bless us with a beautiful website. Check out their portfolio at macromindmedia.com. Let me tell you how great Macromind Media is. Because we're on the podcast on Podbean, you know, we get to network with different people and everywhere. Turns out, guy messages me. I got some news for you, Mitch. This is going to be a crazy surprise. Guy messages me. Yeah. It's called the Man Cave Chronicles.
Okay.
Actually, it's an excellent podcast. So he actually has like a lot of actors, wrestlers, sports, you know, very pop culture. Very, very good. So we follow each other on Twitter. He messages me. He goes, hey, who did your website? I go, yeah, well, Macromind Media. See, people are taking notice.
Yeah.
People are taking notice because
it's a good website.
They do a good job. So funny enough, after all that, I tell him, and I go, by the way, I'm Dimitri, because Mitch is virtually useless.
100% useless.
Yeah, and because we talk about each other behind each other's backs a lot.
Fair enough.
You might not be used to that because you're actually a man that can settle differences in front of people.
we do the Greek way where we just talk behind each other's backs.
Guys,
and then when somebody actually attacks you, you're like, what? I never said that.
Honestly, in this boxing game, you have people talking behind each other's back all the time. So I'm definitely.
Okay, so we're all right.
Yeah,
I have so many questions for you, Alex. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
I say that to him. He goes, "Are you Greek?" I go, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Do you speak it?" I go, "Yeah." And so in Greek, he turns to me, he goes, "How you doing, friend?" I go, "Oh my God." So as we get to talking, turns out we're both Greek. You know who he is, Mitch?
No.
He's the guy from Boston. That's our Boston downloader.
The Chaja.
And he's a New England Patriots fan as well, just like you.
I am still devastated from that loss last week, but
we're talking
we'll be there
about
next
your
week.
guys.
We'll be there next week. Next year. So
you'll be constantly. It's the system. Remember that.
It is. It is. I can't deny it.
Mitch, you got some news coming up. What's going on in March?
Yeah, absolutely. What we got coming up is we have the top 64. We're doing we've talked about it before. We are trying to get to the bottom of who is the greatest of all time, Alex. And so what we said is March Madness is coming around.
That's right.
People have their own idea who the greatest athlete of all time is.
Here's
and we said, why don't we just do a combination? So what we're doing is we're putting a 64 man and woman bracket together. Yeah. And we've gotten tons of names and tons of people that we're going to put together, and then we're going to do it like a bracket formation.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
And then we're going to get it down, and we're going to finally find out who is the greatest of all time. Do you want to throw a name in, Alex? Who do you want to throw in any sport, whatever
Absolutely.
you like?
I mean, most people would think I would throw out Mayweather or Muhammad Ali, but I'm going to go with another name. I'm going to go with a little unconventional. A lot of people don't even consider it a sport at times, but I'm going to go with Tiger Woods. Some of the things he did as in his prime. Never matched again. 14 Masters. Basically, he was invincible until he had those incidents with his wife.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go with Tiger Woods, greatest athlete of all time.
Wow. See, and that's the great thing about what we're doing, because Mitch and I said, yeah, we got this idea. We started jotting some names, and then we said, we're going to miss it, because when we did that greatest of all time episode, you get different perspectives, of what people think, and that's what you want. So, because you're in the Facebook group as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we should. I don't know if the thread is still there, but yeah, we should put in just drop names.
Absolutely. People have been, and the names I wrote them down yesterday.
You wrote them down.
We are almost at the limit. And then what I want is I want to go beyond the limit and then kind of because there are a lot of repeat names, of course.
Yeah.
Tiger was in there, but I will be surprised as I'm looking at you. I didn't think you were going to say Tiger. I thought you were going to throw a boxer. I am pumped that a boxer is calling out a golf guy.
I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, right? My bosses are listening to this. They're huge golf fans, so this is a shout out to them.
Well played.
Nice.
Well played.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move. And that's why he's going to win, because he's smart.
He's smart. He's going to outsmart the guy.
That's boxing IQ right there.
John Joe, whatever your name is.
More like John's got to go.
He's got to go.
Right.
The next thing I wanted to bring up really quickly is you've been called out, and I don't know what your problem is. Why Tassel's calling you out? So two things I'm just gonna end this right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna end this. So Alex, we've been doing this competition. We wanted to bring one of the guys or one of the people that have been following us the most since we started the podcast.
Sure.
And we've got it down to the top 4. Maybe a fifth guy jumped in there somehow. I don't know.
There's a fifth guy.
And we thought that the competition was going to be up and down. We looked at the numbers before and we said, okay, this is going to be a 2-3 man race if it's what we think it is.
Yeah.
Tasso has come out of nowhere and just obliterated everybody. So, with all due respect to everyone else, I'm calling the fight. You know, like when you're throwing the towel, Alex?
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
The fight is
Tasso,
over.
Congratulations, my friend.
You are the winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Tasso, you are the winner, but also we want to thank Tasso because you brought so many people into the locker room as well, and we're very appreciative of that as well. So a lot of the people that were voting for Tasso, he actually invited them in, which is great. So it's nice to see, that the locker room is growing. So we're very appreciative. Thank you, Tasso.
But going back to people calling each other out, he's calling you out. He's telling you to jump into the snow and you won't do it for charity.
No, I'll do it. I don't mind doing it. He started doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then he just threw the names out. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I private messaged him. I'm going to do it. And then no one was taking any action. I go, I'm not going to do it if no one else is doing it.
I just don't want you. I'll do it with you, but don't make us look.
I had a whole thing planned.
You had a
What
whole
is
thing?
this, guys? Come on, I'll do it.
You're doing it too?
Alex is in.
Okay.
Happily do it.
After, I don't want him
No
getting
problem.
hurt in any sort of way. This is after your fight, Alex. I will not allow you to do
Yeah,
this before the fight.
we are. But is it got to be snow?
It's not. I don't know if it's gonna be snowing, guys. It might be. This weather's so unpredictable.
It's supposed
here
to
in
snow again
OSC.
tomorrow. So, you know what? Well, I'll
yeah.
hold some snow for you, Alex. Don't you
Okay.
worry. I can't.
Alex,
I
yeah.
would feel horrible if something happened to you before. No, I couldn't do it.
And yeah, oof, that would
Absolutely
be tough.
not. So, okay, fine. So you're on the record.
I'm doing it.
And you got Alex and me into it now.
You know what?
You
How
dragged
about
us
this?
into your fight.
How about I do it and I'll put you guys as the nominations?
Fine, that's fine.
There
That
we
works.
go.
That works.
Done.
Okay.
We're in.
But Alex, we don't
After.
want you in non-fight shape.
After.
Okay.
You know what? If after my fight, I'm actually have plans of going to New York. So if you do it and you give me a nomination, I'll do it in New York. I'll send you guys a video. You guys heard me right.
Oh,
Wow.
From Central Park. I'll send you some video from
Alex,
Central Park.
you
Now we're in. Now you're in, Alex.
You already got a second show in. Right
Somehow, he's been here
was quick,
literally
eh? That was
7
quick.
minutes and he's already got a second show on this guy. It's unbelievable.
Let's move on, Mitch. What else you
Let's
got in
do
the
it.
bag?
All right. You know I love to peruse. The perusing was put on
Big
a very
peruser.
standstill only because of what happened this week. I don't get very animated very often. We all know that's not true. I get pretty mad.
Come on.
The big signing last week. Garropolo. The NFL is over. You know, we should just let it relax for a little bit. But what do they go and do? The NFL goes and allows the San Francisco 49ers to sign Garropolo to a 5-year, $137.5 million contract. That'd be okay with me. If the guy had played more than 10 games, 7
Mitch,
games
calm
as a
down.
starter.
You got that look. Calm down. You got that look.
Dude, it makes me mad. It makes me mad. How does the NFL expect to... This guy's the highest paid NFL player right now. What do you mean, who cares?
Who cares, Mitch?
Dude, what does this mean for the rest of the NFL? Do you know what that means? Aaron Rodgers is going to make $300 million now?
Good. You bite your tongue and you never wish anything bad on Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just
You
saying
pick
to you,
another
this is getting
quarterback.
out of hand. This is
No,
getting
it's
out
not
of
getting
hand.
out of hand.
What does Tom Brady deserve then? What does Tom Brady
You know,
deserve? Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Tom Brady's 40 years old now. He says he wants to play until his mid-40s. So, I mean, Jimmy, like, I'm gonna take Dimitri's side here. He's 7-0 here.
Yeah.
He turned that club completely around. The mentality's completely changed. And yeah, $140 million is a lot of money, but if you look at the upside, the kid's a born winner. And
Absolutely.
the contracts aren't guaranteed in the NFL like
Very
some of the
true.
other leagues, right?
Very
So
true.
He proved to be a winner. Well, I shouldn't say he proved to be a winner, but he was winning in New England. We know a lot. That's a lot of the system. We established it.
Fair
but he
enough.
comes over to San Francisco,
a terrible team at the
and
time.
he turned them around. Was it 6 or 7 straight wins?
I
Five
think it was
straight wins.
five.
Oh, it was five
wins,
straight.
yeah.
Okay,
Five
five
straight
straight
wins in
wins.
December. Yeah.
Okay, there we
Wow.
go. Mitch, here's the bottom line. A quarterback is such a hot commodity in the NFL. They don't come around very often.
I get
and
it.
the thing is pay the guy the money, because what are you going to do? Pay him $3 million less a year just to have a decent contract to be in mid-range with the other guys, and he just goes to another
Yeah.
team because another team is paying
Someone's
that
gonna give
money.
it to him.
Dude,
Someone's giving him that
I'm
money.
pretty sure this guy would have taken 120 million. I'm pretty sure this guy would have taken 100. Listen, if it was offered to him, good for him. I'm not mad at Garropolo. I'm mad at San Francisco going, this is going to be the highest paid player in the NFL after
Right.
sample size of 7 games, you guys, or technically 5 with San Fran and 2 with
Yeah, but you know what? He's
New
doing
England.
a favor to the other quarterbacks because, if that guy's getting it, then the Aaron Rodgers and the Brady's
I
and,
just think it's-
and the Andrew Lucks and
it's-
all those guys can get more money.
I'm telling you right now, and mark my words, remember this. When
Yeah.
the NFL season starts next year, everyone's going to hunt for this guy. And that's a shame
That's true.
because
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah, he
going to
has a
try to
point there.
prove, this guy, 7 7 games, is the highest paid player in the NFL. I'm going to break his leg. I'm going to go after him a little bit harder. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I like his style. I like what he's doing, but I don't think he deserves that kind of money right now. Prove it, man. 7 games, bro. 7 games.
Yeah, but Mitch, you're missing the point. He doesn't have to prove it. Someone's giving him the money.
Yeah.
So it's better for San Francisco to say, look, he's doing this with a shitty team.
He's not demanding it. Like, Mitch, you got to understand, if San Francisco comes up to you and says, hey, we're going to give you $5 million.
Agreed.
What, are you going to say no?
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We've talked in previous podcasts. Everyone thinks I'm against. I'm not against people making money. It's
Alex,
of course.
just so you know, for you, he wishes you make about $18 for your upcoming
No,
fight.
that's
because
not at all.
he doesn't believe
that's
athletes
not
should
true.
do it.
That's not true. And unfortunately, in amateur boxing, it's not that far off, right? Is that the
Okay.
bottom line is, I want everyone to make. I'm not mad at Garropolo. I'm not. I just don't understand how San Fran offered it to him. Of course, the guy's going to take it. He's not an idiot.
They're desperate. They're desperate to win. They want to go back to the glory days of the 80s, 90s.
So what does the quarterback for Cleveland get then? If that's what you're giving the San Francisco guy, what is a guy like Kirk Cousins going to get if you wanted to go to,
Big
argument's
money.
sake,
Yeah.
Cleveland?
If they have the room, why not?
They're going to give the guy like $200 million, man. It's crazy. It's crazy money.
I don't know. I know, Mitch, I know what you're trying to say, but at the same time, I just, like, why are you hating so much, man? Why can't you be up 1 week and just say, good for the guy, because if he is shit, if he's terrible, good for him for maximizing potential and taking that money and being done with the career. That
You know what it is?
You know who else is at work? The agents. We always forget about the agents that are behind the scenes pushing and pushing and pushing.
You're right.
But this guy's stock's high.
I think The Rock did it in that show Ballers. Is The Rock his agent?
Oh my God, Mitch. How do you see these angles?
I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, that's what Mitch does.
That's
He's
what I
an
do. I
angles
see all
seer.
I do all the.
Maybe you should
side
be in
work.
his training camp.
Yeah,
He'll show you-
don't worry.
maybe he'll show
I
you
already
some-
got something for Alex later. I got something.
Alright,
I got
alright,
something for you.
cool,
later.
cool.
Okay.
Okay, fine. We'll move on from that. I just wanted to make my point
Okay.
because I got a little animated, Alex. I swear, I get a little excited sometimes.
No, I understand your side too, Mitch, but like I said, I don't think it's that much of a San Francisco not big of a deal for him for them to offer him that much money, because if you look at it, okay, he's getting more money than Derek Carr now. He's getting more money than Matthew Stafford.
Exactly.
But on the whole, you know, what other options does San Francisco have? They don't pay him. Someone else is going to pay him, right? And then they just lost the guy that
Exactly.
they traded a second-round pick to get from New England, who didn't want to give him up in the first place, but Tom Brady's basically like saying, all right, you guys got to make a decision, me or him. Right?
I will say this. I ran into a few San Francisco fans this weekend, and they are ecstatic about it. Ecstatic.
Everyone is.
Everyone
It's
is,
crazy.
yeah.
I just don't get it. Personally, even if they... I know this sounds crazy. Now, Aaron Rodgers is older. I'm a Packer fan like
34 years
Dimitri.
old, yeah.
And the way I look at it is $200 million. There comes a point where I'm like, you know, guys, this is getting craziness. This is becoming crazy. But fine, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I was just trying to make my point there. But I want to talk about your team. I'm looking at your symbol. Alex is wearing a New England
Isn't it funny?
track jacket
He's
here.
wearing a New England jersey and he's going to Philly.
That's
to
how
fight.
tough this guy is.
I
He's
am.
about to go into Philly.
Yeah,
And be like-
absolutely.
Yeah,
You
what's
know
the
what?
problem here? I punch horses for fun. What's up?
You know what? I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my team. I've been the fan ever since Brady came into the league. Like I said, same deal with as when I saw Garropolo. Then I saw Brady's the winner. So yeah, I'm sticking behind my team no matter what. You know what? Brady's 40 years old now, but the guy, he was the MVP last year.
Yeah, man.
Put up 500 yards in the Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't defend as well. So let's see what happens next year. But I think we'll be back there, Super Bowl again next year.
Oh,
and
I think so too.
might be against San Fran and Garoppolo. Who knows?
Let's not
You
get
never
carried
know.
away.
Yeah,
You
Let's
never
not get
know.
carried away. You were doing so well up until 14
If
minutes.
San
after
Francisco
that.
makes the final, I
Come
want
on.
you to eat that Philly dung that
Done.
the fans are doing.
Done. If San Fran makes it to the Super Bowl, I'll eat horse shit. No problem. Done.
no, you heard
I'll
it
do
here, guys. You heard it
here.
here.
I'll do it. There's no way it's happening.
Witness.
No way it's happening.
Wow.
No. You know what? I wouldn't do that to you. If San Francisco
Yeah.
makes the final
Right.
next year,
Yeah.
you have to take a boxing punch
Yeah.
from Alex.
I'd rather eat shit than take a punch from a real boxer.
Let's be
I don't
fair.
like
Let's
it.
be fair. Not a boxing punch. Let's give the fans a good, exciting 4 rounds sparring. Me and Mitch.
Done. You know what? I'm in now. Now, no faces. No face
We'll just
punch,
do
right?
body work. Just body work.
He might do you a favor,
Yeah.
man.
I'm in. Alex, gentleman's bet right now.
Oh, there's
the
a
shake is on. The
handshake.
shake's
There's a
on.
handshake. All right.
The shake's on. Okay, but I wanted to get into this. So your boy, Josh McDaniels, accepted, well, quote unquote,
That was
accepted a
weird.
job to go to
Yeah.
Indy, goes to the it was
a
it
done
was
deal.
put all over the
Yeah.
Instagrams. It was put all over Facebook. It was put all over the social media sites. That Josh McDaniels was in. He was going to be the coach.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, listen, I got to go and get a pack of smokes and some milk," and didn't come back. And
Never came
long
back.
story short, Indy's left going, where's Daddy?
Josh McDaniels?
And
Yeah.
they're left behind. So what's up with your boy? A, is that a crappy move, or B, is he being smart and saying, "Hey, you know what? I got rid of Patricia over here. Patricia. Mike Patricia. That's right.
Yeah.
I got rid of Patricia.
And
now
you
I'm
hate two named people.
I
right?
hate it, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
Guys, I don't know what Josh is thinking. He, like I said, he agreed to the position. It's a good opportunity for him. We don't really need him in New England, so I guess you can come back if you want to. But it was a whole lot of weird stuff going on with that, and yeah, like I said, I guess Indianapolis is out of coach, so we'll see what they do moving forward. But Josh McDaniels, if somehow, some way you hear this, I don't know. Nobody knows what you're doing, dude. You need to explain yourself.
yeah, I got two theories. You want to hear my one theory?
Let's hear it.
Theory number one is kind of like maybe there's something wrong with Andrew Luck. Apparently, the guy hasn't picked up a ball in all year long. His
Yeah.
shoulder's really messed up. He was in Europe doing more shoulder
Rehab,
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that theory.
Could be.
The owner of the Colts is he's a little crazy, this guy.
Well, there's a
Irsay.
little
He's
beef
nuts.
between like New
and-
England and
that's right.
Indianapolis from Deflategate.
That's right.
from
Oh,
back
they
then,
hate each other right
So-
now. Kraft. The other rumor I heard was that Kraft said, "You know what? I'm annexing this deal. I'm gonna offer McDaniels basically Belichick's job when he decides to go." So there's a little bit of something there, but I don't know. Like the big controversy comes down to. Let me finish what I was gonna say real quick.
for sure.
Is that he kind of when he decided he wanted to go to Indy, he started calling on all his buddies because it's a big boys club. Going, hey,
course.
who wants assistant coach? Who wants to come with me? So he got all these assistants to come to Indy. They of
Okay.
course took the job, and then he bolted. So he basically hooped these guys because what'll happen is the new head coach will come in and say to these assistants, "Go, I like you. I'm sorry, but I don't really know you that well. I'm
That's
bringing
right.
my guy in." So he hooped a lot of guys out of jobs.
Or did he not hoop him? What about the third play? Maybe he was in cahoots with those guys, gets them there, bails, and preferential treatment in house. I think that's stretching it, but I think it's a dirtbag move. Just from this, okay, the one part is he's a grown man; he can do what he wants. Okay, he can do what he wants. What he you never know what got offered, maybe in return. But at the same time,
There's still a certain level of respect, right?
Absolutely, I'm with Alex on
agree.
this one. Yeah, man.
I'm with that too. There's a code that you kind of need
Absolutely.
to go
Professionalism
by,
that
so,
you
yeah.
stick with, especially such a in the NFL. Like you said, there are dirtbag moves, but to do that, to commit to a team like that, be the coach, and then just last minute pull out, it doesn't have a good look, and people aren't gonna be pleased with that moving forward.
And the pullout method doesn't work all
I
the
swear,
time.
we're on the same wavelength. I was literally thinking of a joke with the pullout.
Is that where you're going with the pullout too?
No one likes the pullout. That was my joke.
Yours was going to be no one likes the pullout.
No,
yeah.
likes the pullout.
well, clearly Josh does. So, I don't know.
I
is
guess,
awesome.
yeah, exactly. But you know what? To be honest, I think Brady also wanted to bring him back because I've never seen somebody like Brady, who's an ultimate competitor, yell at somebody so much. And I think he's like, "Hey, where's that guy I yell at?" I don't even think he knows Josh McDaniels' name. He's like, "Hey, what'd you guys do with that
Where's
guy I
that guy
yell
I
at all the
was yelling
time?"
at?
They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we send him to Indy." He's like, "Hell no, bring him back. Who am I going to yell at?" Kind of thing.
I like that theory more.
Yeah,
I think that was the one.
I think that's what it was. Now, we don't talk a lot of NBA, Alex, but we're talking it now because, hey, NFL's
Love the
done.
NBA.
Yeah,
And
love the
we're
NBA.
talking some NBA. So the NBA trade deadline was last week.
And it was
And
wild.
LeBron decided that he wanted to become a GM as well as being the player. Of
course.
And the coach.
He's got
and
too much
everything.
power, that guy.
Yeah, way too much power. So he got rid of his whole team
Yeah.
and brought in a whole bunch of dudes.
He got rid of his best friend, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
You know what? I think Dwayne never really Why would you want to leave Miami? You're the king of Miami to go to Cleveland.
They tried it. Like I understand what Cleveland was doing. Cleveland decided to say, let's get a little deeper. A lot of these veteran guys are available, so they decided to go along with them. And then I actually like the Isaiah Thomas move.
I loved it.
I thought it was great, but so what I heard was that he was kind of a problem in there. So the Cavs never really gelled anyways, and then I think this added to it. But I agree, Alex. I think LeBron James has a little too much power.
Way too much power. He calls too many shots. He's like
Yeah.
the head coach and general manager, and I mean it works, I guess, because he's in the NBA Finals every year. But
Yeah.
Yeah. But my question to you
Yeah.
and to both you and Dimitri and to anyone that wants to answer this is this. a lot of analysts now are saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers have automatically become the better team in the East now. They're gonna jump up past Boston. They're gonna pass Toronto. Yeah, exactly. So my question is this. Question number one is, if LeBron is as good as everyone loves him to be, why does he need so much help, right? Is it because of the Golden State thing? Probably. And then the second question I want to ask is, he made these moves. That's great. He's a free agent at the end of this year. Did he just do a solid to Cleveland, hook him up a little bit, and then he's bolting to LA? Or is he going to stay in Cleveland?
That's a good question. Alex, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, absolutely. Are they better than Boston right now? Boston's struggling right now. They're trying to find their game right now. I think Toronto's looking terrific right now.
I like Toronto.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I'm excited for that.
Come playoff time, they're just not the same team. So I'm not too sure.
Good point.
A lot of people are mad Toronto didn't make a move, and so am I. They never pulled the trigger at the trade deadline.
You know, sometimes, I know it's cliche, but maybe no move is the best move, right?
But that's what they've been doing the last couple of years, and it doesn't work.
No,
That's right. Alex, finish
That's a
your
good
point.
point. And the second part that you're saying is, like, did he set Cleveland up so that he can take off to maybe LA, join Lonzo Ball, the big baller brand over in LA? I don't know. Well, IT's there now, so it's like, it didn't work out in Cleveland, so is he going to want to go and join IT now after the season? I heard rumors of him wanting to join the Rockets, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Oh, that
I've heard
would
that
be-
as well.
I would love
be kinda
that.
nice, eh?
The other big rumor is Paul George out of Oklahoma moving to LA, and then he'll join him in LA. And the way Isaiah Thomas keeps getting moved, this guy's been moved a lot.
I feel bad for
Forget
that
about
guy.
the last
Me
year.
too.
He was on Sacramento for a little while at the very beginning of his career.
That's
He's
right.
moved.
That's
I
right,
think
Mitch.
there's like 4 NBA teams he's actually played for, maybe 5. And the reality is, I don't know if Isaiah was a problem, because remember, all year long he was hurt. He only just came back like a couple weeks ago. He
5
hasn't
or 6 games he played, right?
So I don't think he's been the big problem. I think he was just a nice asset that they could throw away and get a few assets back from the
That's
Lakers, right?
Yeah.
So
Going back to something you said when you're like LeBron James, you know, if he was so good, why does he need all these people? Time out. Name me one team that has ever won a championship without a lot of accessories on the team. My Jordan to LeBron, and we'll get into that because Alex, just, you know, I'm on the side. If I had to redraft, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
You go with LeBron?
But I'm LeBron.
I go with Jordan.
You go with Jordan.
Yeah,
Well,
he
looks
won,
like
man.
you're sparring a
Yeah.
second guy now. No, I'm just kidding. No, but Jordan had the team. Give LeBron that team. See what he does with it. That was my hope. I think LeBron does. They rely too much on him. And come on, man. Jordan had Phil Jackson. Give LeBron a good coach. He won't need this much power.
somebody brought up a good point. I listened to this the other day, where they're saying
I
he
just
won't
gave
go,
you a good point.
It was great, and let's all savor that for a quick second. That if LeBron doesn't go to LA, it's because he doesn't want to see Golden State too often. So he's in the East right now. So if he goes to the West, then he has to go through Golden State to get to the finals. So a lot of people are saying, don't go to the West. Stay in the East, where it's basically.
I doubt that.
That's
I
the
bet
other
you
big
it's
thing.
more pressure on the NBA to be like, hey, stay on opposite sides of the spectrum. It'll be good for the game
I could hear
more than
absolutely.
anything else.
I think that because either way, you got to beat Golden State to win the title, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of easier if you beat them coming out of the West.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be a cakewalk in the finals.
But I like what you said earlier. Houston's looking really strong right now.
Houston's really good, man. They beat GoldenTate twice.
Yeah, they got their number.
Chris Paul is playing sensational this year. The
Yeah,
beard
he is, isn't he?
MVP form.
Easily.
That'd be
It's
scary right
his.
now. LeBron James, the beard, and CP3.
You know what? I really like this year in the NBA because although I knew a couple other teams were going to emerge, it's not the Cleveland Golden State show. And even if it does happen to be the final, at the very least, there are so many teams that can compete. These teams are beatable. Like you say, the Warriors are losing to the Rockets.
Yeah.
And Boston at the beginning was...
They're still at number one. Yeah, they still have
you
it.
know, they had that
Yeah.
surge, right? Yeah, they do still have it.
Kyrie can light it up in the playoffs. We've seen
Easily.
them
The
done before.
Raptors
He's
are a
waiting for
threat. So there's a lot of good
Spurs, the
things.
Thunder are looking good right now. There's a lot
Yes,
of teams.
yes. You know what? Westbrook, man, that guy is 100% effort
beast.
all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
man.
freak.
I want them to steroid test him. He seems too intense at all times.
You
I don't
think
know.
so,
Yeah.
eh?
And then my next one, you brought up something a second ago.
Yeah.
Who's got a nicer beard, LeBron in his Amish look or Harden?
That's a close one, guys. I'm gonna go with Harden. It looks a
Yeah,
little
I
more
think it
original.
looks a little more original. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could feel like
And I
you
feel
have
like
a little
it's a good
parakeet in
hipster
there.
look.
You know, if you have a little parakeet, you could feed on a daily basis. So
Yeah,
it looks a little more original. LeBron's looks a little dirty. I don't know.
it does look dirty, doesn't it?
Guys are gonna say I'm a LeBron hater. I respect the guy. He's one of the best talents of all time. But I'm a Jordan guy, 100%. And like I said, if we have a draft all time, I probably take Jordan number 1. I might even take Magic number 2. Then I go LeBron 3.
Nice.
Magic's nice, man. Magic was nice before that.
Course,
Goal.
man.
You know, and it's funny because with these arguments, it's not like, you know, I'll say LeBron is so much better. It's a splitting hairs argument. But LeBron can never be considered greatest of all time until that career's over. You can't, unless you do something like Brady, where you prove beyond the shadow of a doubt and you're still active, you say, hey, Brady's the living GOAT, right?
You know, it's funny that Alex brings up Magic. That's a name that hasn't been put to the top 64. It is now being added.
Boom!
Boom!
Yeah,
Done.
we
Just,
What?
boom.
No one added Magic?
No one, not yet. And like I told you, I've been
Crazy.
looking through the names, but that name has not come up yet.
Cream in there? Cream Abdul?
Kareem made it, but not Magic for
Yeah,
some reason.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of magic,
Yeah,
let's talk about the magic that's going to happen
absolutely.
in the Farks Center.
March 9th
Parks Casino.
Farks Casino, March 9th.
in Philadelphia.
Jeff, maybe can we get some some music? Maybe some like, you know?
Yeah.
Come visit the real Super Bowl that's happening at the Farks Casino March 9th, where Alex takes on some Irish guy. Doesn't really matter
Who cares?
because he's gonna win.
Easily.
Alex, Azteca de Oro. Live, 9 p.m. Get your tickets early at StubHub.ca. I
You'll
don't
buy
know.
the seat, but only use the edge.
So you got a fight coming up. We'll talk about the fight, but we
Sure.
want to get into your career. And the first question I want to ask is, at what age did you start boxing? And you know, when did you know that you wanted to do this professionally?
Professionally. I started boxing after high school, around 18, 19 years old. And like I said, I was in the Canadian amateur national team for 5 years. 5 years. And during that time, I was just having so much fun traveling the world, all over Europe, you know, all over South America, Asia, Africa, that you're not really thinking pro because you're just like living in the moment. But after the 2012 Olympic trials, where I lost to Jose Ramirez, who's fighting for a world title, by the way, in about a month.
Way.
I would have been in the Olympics otherwise. That kind of...
Wow.
I kind of hold that against myself, but he was a great fighter. I can't take anything away from him. After that, I was just like, you know what? I want to go professional. I thought about, you know, like the Olympic dream was still there. I really wanted to go to the Olympics because, like I said, once you're an Olympian, you're always an Olympian. People always respect that.
It seems it catapults your
Your
career,
image, your name,
instantaneously.
everything. People
Because
just look at you
Andre
different.
Ward, Anthony Joshua, you know, all these, Mayweather, I know he got the bronze, but all these people that made it to the Olympics. Lomachenko,
Yeah,
De La
just the way
Hoya.
people look at you and talk to you is just different, you know? I noticed that, like, just, for example, the Winter Olympics are going on right now.
Yeah.
They're asking for volunteers, but you got to be an Olympian. And it's just
Right.
like the Canadian Sports Center here, based out of the University of Calgary. So it's just a different caliber that you're put in, stratosphere that you're put in. And so I thought about going to the 2020, I have all these numbers in my head, 2016, the real games. But 2013, I'm like, it's a long road, it's difficult. Let's go professional. Like, I'm born to be a professional fighter. And so I made my debut in 2014. Fought a tough guy out of Winnipeg who was supposed to be a tough guy. Guy named is Kyle. Can't remember his name, but people thought it was a 50-50 fight. People thought he was going to knock me out, but or not.
Oh, wow.
No, it was here in Calgary. I dropped him twice. I gave him a boxing lesson.
That's awesome.
Way to go.
Typical fashion. And ever since then, like I said, just been winning guys. Like it's been a fun journey, but
Now you said you started right after high
18.
school, 18, 19. Were you getting a lot of flack because traditionally that is a late start? And were people being very negative, saying, you kind of missed the boat here?
I've never experienced too much negativity, thanks goodness. You know, I honestly wish I started when I was a kid. Believe it or not, though, despite being from a Mexican background, Latino background, I'm the only boxer in my entire family. You know, I've tried getting my cousins into it, friends.
That's awesome.
They're just nobody likes getting hit in the face, guys. I can't blame them. It's not fun.
Have you been hit in the face? You look great, man.
Thank you, guys.
I do. That's kind of a segue to my question. I gotta ask, and I'm trying to be serious, but you're in the ring, you're focused, you're fighting. Guy smashes you in the face, you smash him back. How do you not I hate to say this, we've all been in bar fights or we've seen them. How do you keep your composure? I know it's like a very obviously you're in a professional setting, but how do you not freak out
Well, I mean, if you freak out, you're gonna expend a lot of energy, and if you don't get your guy out of there right away, you're gonna be gassed out and you're getting knocked out.
I know.
So
silly
you have
question.
no real option, right?
Does it hurt?
Yeah, that's it.
At this point for you, does it?
Are you
hurt?
so focused into it that you don't even notice it?
Well, your adrenaline's through the roof. So you're pretty calm. It's kind of a weird sensation, to be honest. Be in the ring, have that adrenaline that high, but to be so calm. It does hurt, but at the same time, you don't really feel it, unless obviously
it's
a big one. You're going to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily hurt, but I think if anything, those body shots, those are the ones that really get you. The kidney shots, the liver shots. Like I said, I've thank goodness I've never been down, amateur or pro. I want to keep it that way. But asking guys in sparring or in fights, guys that have been down, absolutely it hurts. Yeah, it hurts that.
That's
a whole lot.
So I got a question for you. Another one. Your training regimen. When does it start? How does it go? Cutting weight. Give everyone kind of a rundown of your life. So you got this fight March 9th. When did you find out? Let's go from the time you find out and then what goes on.
Guys, I was looking beginning of the year, January. I was looking for a fight. I wanted to fight. I love fighting here in YYC Calgary. I hope to fight here again. But I wanted to fight in the U.S. And I was talking to my manager, and Dan McCarvey, and I said, "Hey, is there anything going on? Can you get me something?" He's like, "We got a couple big things." Gives me a call a couple of days later. He's like, "How would you like to fight the Olympic gold medalist Robson Conceicao of Brazil in Rio, Nevada this weekend?" It would have been, and right away that was a huge fight, right? Big pay, top rank card, and I said yes. And he comes back to me the next day. He's like, "Oh, they don't really want the fight. They said it's a bit too much of a step up." And I'm like, "Dang, that really sucks." Then they come back. But we have another one for you. We have John Joe Navin, Olympic silver medalist, and March 9th in Philadelphia. What do you think? And I thought about it for a bit, and I'm like, that's a good fight. I know him from the amateurs. I trained with him in Germany 2011, 2012. And so that was early January. We're now late March. So that was about 5-6 weeks ago. So we're talking about an 8-week training regimen that you're following. And it's basically you're training 2-3 times a day, 6 times a week. You got to rest one day. And cutting weight, some people kill themselves doing it right before the fight, 10, 20, even 30 pounds, I heard.
No way.
I don't know how they do it. That sounds gross. They use the IV.
Now, for a lot of people that don't understand boxing, and when they see these weights and, making weight, can you maybe educate us how important it is to make the weight and why they do it?
Well, it's simple because you have a guy that's, say he's walking around 160, but that guy can make 140. So if he can get that weight down, and the guy, like, say, you guys know Tim Bradley?
Yep.
Yeah, he was walking around 170. He'd make the 140 limit.
Wow.
Just with water weight. And so basically you're going to fight a guy that's 140, and he's about 5'7". You're going to fight a guy at 140, or you're going to stay at your weight and fight a guy that's 6'2", 6'3" at middleweight. Those guys are monsters at middleweight, who are also cutting down from now 180, 190. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. would walk around 190 and get down to 160. So the whole point of cutting weight is like you want to fight guys your size because it's broken down.
Yeah.
In this day and age, it's broken down to a science that guys are just doing these totally irrational things to get down, minimize themselves to a certain weight on the way in, and then come back and rehydrate to whether 10, 20
Isn't that
pounds
bad
high.
for you though? Like especially
Extremely
guys
unhealthy.
that
Terribly unhealthy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. Okay, good.
No, you're not crazy. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy to the body, the liver, the kidneys, your whole system. Like trying to, take down all that weight and then bring it back up in an extremely short amount of time. It's very unhealthy. I recommend it to nobody. It's not fun. And why do people do it? With the glory, the money. When you're
Of course.
making all that.
How hard is it? If you can just spend some time telling people the road to get there, because when the average person thinks about boxing, Our sample
say.
size is, obviously the big money makers watching pay-per-views. We watch movies. And because boxing, to me, the reason I love watching the sport is because it encompasses more about life, in my
That's right.
opinion, than a lot of other sports. Perseverance, hard work, athleticism. I know they're in the other ones, but boxing seems to just motivate everyone because it's a fight at the end of the day.
It is.
So tell people, maybe educate the road getting there. What people don't know behind the scenes of stuff you've done.
Guys, it's at times it's a nightmare, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like people see the glamour, the glory, like you're saying, Mayweather, McGregor. They see the Rocky, they see the Creed, modern day Creed.
Yeah.
But to get to that point, it's so much work, it's so much dedication. It's all these fights. There's losses, there's broken relationships, there's lost money. There's just like a lot of downs that it truly takes a special individual to overcome like those obstacles and persevere to the point where you're getting on one day Showtime, when you're getting on HBO and actually making some money that for a lot of people it's just not worth it, because let's face it, we have it good up here in Canada. Like life is good. Sure. So in terms of what you're saying is like, what's the road? What's the journey? It's endless hours in the gym, endless road work, endless time that people don't see behind the curtains. That even speaking to you objectively, I'm telling you, it's not really worth it. And people are gonna think I'm crazy. Like, why are you doing it then? Because it's like I invested so much time and I've accomplished a little bit. Boxing has given me a lot. It's allowed me to travel the world and meet people from all over the world. Given me this opportunity right now, coming up in Philadelphia. But it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication, and it's not guaranteed. So yeah, like I said, you see the Mayweather McGregor, the circus that was that just recently. You see all the money. Mayweather made what, $300 million. He's flashing his $1 million cars. His, you know what I mean? His
I love it.
$100,000 watches.
To that question,
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. How mad did it make you to see McGregor say, "I'm gonna come in and fight the number one guy"? That goes in. But what I want to say is, there's other guys that have been working so hard, like yourself, that don't get that opportunity. And this guy just comes in and says, "I'm not only I'm gonna fight him and get a big payday.
Yeah.
I'm basically, I don't have to go through all the struggles that he's gone through. Different struggles, but still, I mean, two different things, right?
Well,
did it make you mad? No,
not at all. You know what? All credit to him, and I can relate this to we were talking about Jimmy Garropolo. If someone's gonna offer you that money and give you the chance, then why not take it? He got, what do you make? $100 million.
Something like that,
yeah. He talked a good game.
Yep.
And guys, from a purely boxing perspective, he fought a good fight.
You think? See, I disagree. I think Mayweather carried him.
That's what Mayweather said, but he also took 200 punches.
Yeah,
I've never seen Mayweather get hit that much recently.
You know what it looked like to me though? It looked like Mayweather was sparring more than he was fighting. Like he was walking him down and just kind of, he was open because you almost fight to that level. I'm not trying to. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
McGregor has the utmost respect for me because that guy's got the biggest balls to go into the other sport
and fight one of the best ever.
And fight one of the best ever. Mm-hmm. Like that takes a lot. And it's not like he's an idiot. He's obviously fighting. But I thought in Mayweather I looked at it and said, good on you for doing it, but I don't know. Actually, initially I said McGregor, fought good. But do you think McGregor has a career in boxing? Do you think?
I do. I think he's got some skills. I think he's got to hook up with a good boxing coach like Freddie Roach, which I think would be a good matchup. Mm-hmm. And I think he's got to finish his beef with Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because they had that whole sparring beef. They posted up the vids.
I would put money on McGregor beating Malignaggi.
Absolutely. And you know what? And guess who else called out McGregor was Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh yeah.
So why not go fight?
Get them both. McGregor would. I don't think De La Hoya would touch McGregor.
It's become such a circus now, and they're talking about it that Mayweather's going to go into the cage. He's been posting some.
What do you think?
He would get busted.
Well, I was asking my coach about this. He's like, "What do you think?" He's like, "How much is he getting paid?" He's like, "They're offering him a $3-4 billion contract." And
then fight.
and he is Money Mayweather. he might get his butt kicked, but his boxing record would remain intact.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So if he's willing to get hurt, it could be dangerous. He is a natural athlete, but he is 40 years old. Maybe same kind of deal if he can get the proper training.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
So boxing back in the late '90s, early was everything. When it came to sports, it was the number one, right?
I got to stop you right there.
Sure.
I think not even the 90s. I think you got to go back to like 60s,
Oh,
70s.
sure.
Yeah, it was.
I'm
the
thinking like
prime time.
Tyson's and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, yes, I was a little, I wasn't really around with Muhammad Ali and all. But it was, if you were the heavyweight champion of the world, you were a god, right?
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
It's all about
Then
it.
something happened. Boxing took a huge hit. For some reason, it just literally fell off the map. Where now it's like on Thursday nights, where it used to be on Saturday
I know
nights
exactly
and all
what
that
happened,
stuff. What happened is my first question.
Yeah.
Number two, what do they have to do to fix it? What can boxing do to get back up to that level they once held?
First, what happened was used to be one champion, one recognized champion. And then greed came into boxing. I mean, greed was always part of the sport, but they came up with all these belts. Now there's 4 organizations, sometimes 5 or 6. And so you had four champions and didn't want to fight each other. So fans lost interest because ultimately promoters have to realize it's about the fans.
Yeah.
The fans want to see the best fights. Back in the day, you saw, I want to see Tyson against, Spinks, Michael Spinks.
Yeah.
The recognized champion. I want to see the best fight. And we got the fight. Tyson destroyed him in 97 seconds.
Something like that, yeah.
And the fans were happy, and Tyson just had that image. He had that look that people could just eat up. So after that, once Tyson kind of went to jail and, got, I don't want to talk about all that dirty stuff there, but when he went to jail, John King really got to the picture. And you had all these champions. You had Lennox Lewis, you had Evander Holyfield.
Yep.
But there was no recognized champion. The fans were just like, all right, we want to see the best, fight the best. But they weren't really giving it to him, and just we got tired of it. Just like we got disrespected, so people just lost interest. It's just like we're not gonna pay all this money because pay-per-views kept going up in price. It wasn't on primetime TV anymore, so you had to pay $50-$60,
Yeah.
which in the 90s was a lot of money.
Well, sure.
Even is now.
Yeah, that's true.
Which now you're paying $100 for pay-per-view. And so people just lost interest in that sense. But to get it back to where we want it now is just we want to see the best fight the best.
Yeah.
No more talking. Hey, Deontay Wilder, he's fighting Luis Ortiz coming up March 3rd. And he's called out Anthony Joshua.
Let's get it
He
on.
told
That's
Anthony
the
Joshua,
fight,
hey,
man.
stop pissing sitting down. Get up and come fight me. And if you don't want to come over here, I'll come over and fight you in England. I have no problem. And I can respect that. People are going to trash Deontay Wilder because he's a little wild. He throws his shots from all over.
Yep.
But at least he's calling out the recognized number one guy in Anthony Joshua. So that's what people want. People want to see the sport get back to where it
It's
is.
tough too because explaining to people that maybe don't follow the sport and say, well, Deontay Wilder's the WBC champ, so he's kind of the American champ, but Joshua's the lineal champ.
Or he's not even. It's such a mess. The lineal champion is Tyson Fury.
Yeah, well, he never got beat. You're right.
He never got beat. He beat Klitschko.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is a lineal
He went
champ.
through
You're
a
right. My
depression.
mistake.
He ballooned up to over like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Started doing cocaine and partying. And
I like this guy.
like this guy already, yeah. He was declared bipolar, I think, at one point. So, but he's getting back into shape, and he says he wants Anthony.
He just
Joshua
got
as well.
cleared. He got his boxing license in England.
That's right.
Back again. So
They're talking maybe him and Shannon the Cannon Briggs. I don't know. Let's go,
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Which is a fun comeback fight.
Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Let's say perfect world that happens. Who do you got and why?
Whoever lands first.
Really?
Yeah,
Both guys are massive. Look,
Good
Joshua's 6'6", 250. And Wilder's 6'7", 240, but he's the bigger puncher. Whoever lands first is going to sleep,
It's just
guys.
like it's the lights out.
Joshua's the more technical fighter, winning the Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
But Wilder, you saw one punch and it's lights out.
Yeah, I've seen.
So-
I've seen the way, and you said it perfectly. Like I watch boxing, but I'm not obviously a big fan. Like as big, I can't wait to watch your fight. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna pay per view.
Cool. I'll send you guys the stream.
Send me a
Yeah.
stream, and I would love to watch it.
Yeah.
I love a good fight, always there. But I've
promise
seen
a
this
terrific fight.
Wilder guy. Like he just throws haymakers. This guy, he looks like a helicopter.
And-
Just looks around. And just,
And that's what people want. People want to see two massive, larger than life figures go in the ring and knock each other out. I mean, it's pretty crude. It's pretty barbaric.
Yeah, he's got
But-
that Tyson thing about him though, where it's just killer instinct for him.
So
Same with Joshua though.
My question for Philly: how's your entourage? Do you want me and Dimitri maybe to come with you? Dimitri's good with cuts, so if you need a cut guy, Dimitri's pretty good. But if you need a holdback guy, like let's say you're at the press conference, and somebody's talking John Joe's talking crap, and you want to go over there, I can hold you back.
Yeah,
I'm a holdback
and
guy.
talk trash too.
Yeah, and I'm a good trash talker.
You're gonna have to hold me back because I'm the one that's talking trash. This
John nice,
Joe.
nice. Okay, even better. I can hold you back.
Yeah, hold me back.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me at him. I'm gonna say let me at him. Let me at him.
How much do holdback guys get paid now? Like, what are we looking at?
We'll give you guys a
little something.
Yeah, a little something.
Nice.
What the big little?
I'm down for it. I'm down.
But John Joe, listen, he's a cool. I can't say anything bad about this guy. He messaged me. He's like, we can talk all the trash you want, but we're professionals. We've done this for a long time.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit, but he's like, honestly, dude, I wish you a good camp. He said.
Yeah.
And he said, may the best man win.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, at the end of the day, you are professionals.
I know. I was hoping you were like, hey.
Can we find it? Mitch, why don't we find him and be like, yo, what's up?
You want us to start it? We'll start it for you.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, let's go, champ.
Add him up on Facebook, John Joe Navin.
So I got a question for you, really quick. When you look at a guy like Mitch, do you want to just, you obviously want to hit him. Like, a guy like him, would you get him with a hook, straight right? How do you, what do you take him down with?
I think you're working with the jab a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how he reacts. See how his his reaction time is. Yeah. See what he wants to do. Maybe he's a counterpuncher. We don't know. Mitch might be a counterpuncher.
That's right.
I snap fast,
he's slick.
Now, a guy like me, what are you looking at me?
I can tell you. Can I run this one for you? So just walk around the ring. Just walk around the ring. He'll pass out. That's all that's gonna happen.
I was gonna say, Dimitri, you might want to go to the body a little bit with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Gotta get you on that 500 sit up a day regimen. So.
I want to come back. I got to come back to the gym, but
you're welcome anytime. Mitch Corner Boxing is right around the corner here. Yeah. Come out, have a workout.
So game plan against what's his name?
John Joe.
Julia.
Some Joe Blow. Something like
Julia.
that.
Janice
Maven.
Janice
Maven.
Janice Maven. Yeah. Well, sure.
Let's go with Janice Maven.
Yeah. So with Janice, what's the game plan? What kind of boxer is he? What kind of boxer are you? What are we going in with?
Guys, I can do everything in the ring. I can box. I can brawl. I can counterpunch. So I'm adaptable. Okay. With John Joe, he's more of a slick, pure boxer, pure Olympic style boxer. Kind of, if you want a real style, he kind of like Billy Joe Sanders, who fought recently against David Lemieux. So the game plan is to take my time and go to the body, break him down, and like I said, in the later rounds, we're gonna try to get him out of there, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait. So
I'm pumped.
Let everyone know. Where can we follow you? How can we get more information? How can the locker room get on the Alex train and support you?
We got your back.
Thank you. If you can follow me on Facebook, Alex Torres Rynn. Instagram, I love posting videos, training footage. Azteca de Oro. I'll spell that out for you guys real quick. AZTECA .DE.ORO. Follow me on Instagram. And like I said, you're going to see some exciting stuff coming up. This is my U.S. debut, my professional U.S. debut.
That's awesome.
And this is just the beginning, guys. I promise you. We're going to have HBO Showtime is right around the corner. So
we can't wait, and we're going to watch. And this is the beginning too, because we'd love to have you back on the show. You obviously know your sports, you know your boxing.
Thank you. Yes.
We're going to put all that information in our bio as well.
Absolutely.
So everyone in the Facebook group and on our Instagram pages and whatnot, we'll have everything there so you guys can follow Alex, cheer him on. Calgary local boxer, right? I mean, we're looking at, we got one of our own. We got a dog in the race.
I love
over
RC,
here, right?
guys. I'm very passionate about the city. I relate to it in every sense of the word. Hardworking, dedicated, like a lot of people in the city are. And like I said, I'm just trying to do the city proud, and you guys can expect nothing but the best from me moving forward.
And you mentioned the boxing you train out of. Someone who's never boxed, maybe needs to want to get information, get some lessons. Where are we sending them to?
It's Neutral Corner Boxing. It's my boxing gym just off of Aviation Park, 1315 Aviation Park. Anyone is welcome, beginners, advanced. Like I said, we're there to teach you the skills. We're not there to beat up anybody. like I said, you come in for basic skills, intermediate, or if you really want to get into some good sparring, you guys are always welcome. Mitch and I are going to get some.
Yeah, we're going to get some. We're
going to get that on footage.
I can't wait.
I'm down. I can't wait.
It's going down, man.
It's going to be big.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is fantastic. I'm excited. I'm excited about this.
Yeah. So yeah, this will. I can't wait either. I just, Mitch, what round are you going in? I'm going to take the bets.
You know what? Yeah, take the bets on the side and all that stuff. And you know what? You just tell me when you want me to drop, when you want me to fall.
Mitch, like I said, I usually do the predictions, but I'm going to ask you, in what round do you think I'll knock you out in? I'm just kidding.
I'll take the fourth and the 2 minute mark. Put your money on the 4 minute mark.
Reminds me of the movie Snatch, right? Yeah, exactly. Now the pike, he's going down in the fourth. Yeah. What if he turns to be like a Brad? What happens if it's for fun and he throws a knockout punch?
Then he's signing.
Then I'm signing, man. I'm in.
Yeah, he's the future world champion.
There you go.
That's it. I have to drop that weight though. Fast. I don't want to fight Whitaker and all those guys, man.
We're gonna put you up against Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
That's our show, podcast number 19. Alex, thank you so much. Good luck in a couple of weeks here, and
appreciate it.
Please send us the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And follow us on all our channels at Mitch and Dimitri, at Real Locker Room Talk, reallockerroomtalk.com. We're also just got on SoundCloud. We got some really good things coming up, guys. Thanks for listening. And now, Alex, we got to hit the showers.
It's a little weird.
Okay. All right. Take care, guys. God bless.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you're going to mess this guy up, eh?
It's going to be a fun fight, bro. It's like, he's, like I said, I got to respect him.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter, but I just feel like it's my time, man.
Yeah. You know, I've seen it. Like I said, when you deliver your body shots.
I'm the bigger puncher.
Oh,
and if I land on him, right? The thing is, like, I know everything he presents, but what is he going to do when he gets hit by me? Yeah. How is he going to react? Yeah. Because, he's not going to be able to